For today's video, we're going to be getting some gameplay with ㄒ A couple of things I should point out is that there was a bunch of new stuff that was included in today's patch, and we'll go over all of that new stuff later on tonight. I will leave a link to the patch notes in the description if you want to go check them out. One thing I did want to quickly point out is they added some more stuff to the event store. As you can see, the other new hero is available and he's going to cost 3,200 Spring It On Gold. And he's also a reskin of the Raider Soldier. And I believe you get a mask once you evolve him to 3 stars. But yeah, we'll try to get some gameplay with him probably within the next day or two. Another thing I wanted to point out when it comes to the event store is that there's also a legendary Super Shredder available as well. And I would recommend getting the Super Shredder because it's one of the best weapons. And I definitely recommend getting Rabbit Raider Jonesy because he's one of the best heroes. But yeah, like I said, I'll go into more detail over the new features and the new heroes and weapons later on tonight. But yeah, for this one, we're just going to be getting some gameplay with ㄒ I got her as a reward from the dreaded Cluster Husk quest. Once you complete the 4 new quests, you'll get a legendary version of her. And she is a reskin of Plasma Specialist Iza. But we haven't gotten gameplay of the Plasma Specialist Constructor yet, so we're going to go ahead and get gameplay of this one. You get the backpack once you evolve her to 2 stars, I believe. And she doesn't have like a hat or a helmet that you get after you evolve her to 3 stars. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spin her around real quick so you can get a good look at her entire outfit and her thickness. As you can see, she also has like a little cute bunny tail as well. So yeah, this is what the new ㄒ looks like. And yes, she is extra thick. I already know that's what some of y'all were thinking. I know. Her 3 main abilities are Plasma Pulse, Base, and Bull Rush. Her Bull Rush is terrible, her Base is okay, and her Plasma Pulse is really good. As for her other perks, she has Creative Engineering. She also has Energy Regen, which is going to regenerate energy 25% faster. She also has 1 Hot Minute, which is going to reduce the cooldown of Plasma Pulse. She has Kinetic Overload, Exit Plan, which is going to increase your Constructor's speed and blunt weapon crit hit rate while you're inside the base. We'll be sure to check that out. She also has Power Pulse, which is going to increase the damage of Plasma Pulse. She also has IFF Coding, which is going to make your Plasma Pulse kills cause the Constructor's shield to regen at a 15% of the normal rate for 2 seconds, and consecutive kills with your Plasma Pulse is going to refresh the duration. She also has Recycling, which is going to allow your base to give you materials, and I believe they made some changes to recycling in this most recent patch. We'll be sure to check that out during the gameplay. And she also has Plasma Overdrive, which is going to increase the rate of Plasma Pulse's explosion by 33%. So yeah, most of her perks center around the Plasma Pulse. So that's the skill we're mainly going to be focusing on. We're also going to take a look at the Recycling and the Exit Plan perks as well. And at the very bottom it says uses powerful Plasma Pulses to disintegrate groups of enemies and bolster their shielding. And as for a Tactical Squad bonus, she has Plasma Grenades, which is going to make your frag grenade afflict targets and deal 8% extra energy damage every half second for 3 seconds. And I think it's a really useful perk for Urban Assault Soldiers as well as Master Grenadier. So yeah, that about sums up all of her perks. The loadout we're going to be using is Blitzen Base Kyle in our support slot to increase our blunt melee weapon damage, and Sarah Hotep in our tactical slot because she has Bloody Bull, and that's going to allow our Bull Rush to afflict damaged targets, dealing 30% extra damage per second for 3 seconds. And I think the main weapon we're going to be using is the Pulverizer. And you can see the perks that came with it. And I think we're going to try to do a defense mission so we can show off her base. And I think the one we're going to do is this level 76 Deliver the Bomb in Twine Peaks. And we're going to be doing this one solo. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the gameplay and thanks for watching. The first thing I want to do though is show an example of Kinetic Overload. So you have to use blunt melee weapons. And you can tell when it procs because you're going to see like this green effect right there. That was it right there. So it triggers once every 6 seconds, and we will try to make it trigger again. You'll see like this green glow when you hit the husk, and that lets you know that the Kinetic Overload just proc, like right there. You can barely see it a little bit, but yeah, that Kinetic Overload basically deals additional damage and additional knockback. But yeah, just wanted to show an example of the Kinetic Overload. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use our Plasma Pulse real quick just to show an example of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cooldown.
Never get between a lady
It's like
and
the
her
cooldown
tools.
is 25 seconds.
I feel accomplished.
And you see the radius is pretty big as well. And it also does a nice amount of damage. And we'll be sure to use it some more throughout the gameplay. But yeah, the cooldown is 25 seconds. One thing I want to point out with her base is that you want to lay it down as soon as possible. That way you can start taking advantage of that recycling perk, because that's going to give you more materials. But it can only give a maximum of 75 materials every 60 seconds, and it can store a total of 150. So you want to lay down your base as soon as you can so it can start generating those materials for you right away. So as you can tell, it's already generated some materials after just 1 minute. It's going to regenerate more if you have your materials upgraded to tier 3. It'll generate more materials for you. See how our plasma pulse does against this husky husk.
So many.
Does a decent amount of damage, and it's an elemental husky husk as well. It almost killed him. It's pretty decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and build a bunch of structures real quick. Basically, I just want to see how big her base is, how far it extends. She doesn't have any perks that make her base bigger, but I did want to show it for those who are interested. And not only does it extend in every direction, but it also extends up as well as down. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how far it extends, and then we'll go escort the bomb. So it looks like it extends 3 tiles out in every direction. So starting right here, it goes 1, 2, 3. And it ends right here. It goes in the corner. The same thing in every direction. It'll go out 3 tiles and then it stops. So it's not necessarily the biggest base, but I think it's okay because it does generate materials, and it also helps you run faster when you're on top of the base and playing as a constructor, and it also increases your crit hit rate with melee weapons when you're on the base. So that's why I said it was okay, but it's definitely not the best based, and it's certainly not the biggest. But I just wanted to show y'all how big it was. It also extends 3 tiles up as well as 3 tiles down. Alright, so I plan on mainly using the pulverizer, but if stuff gets crazy, then we'll pull out our rocket launcher.
The bomb is on the move.
Here we go, people. Here they come. We got some water enemies.
The bomb is taking damage.
Oh my, oh, that's not a good start. Alright, here we go. See the kinetic overload just procced right there. Oh man.
Here they come.
I kind of wish I had a melee weapon that did nature damage. I don't have one at the moment. And the bomb is actually taking a lot of damage, so we're going to go ahead and lay down our plasma grenade. Again, that's the best skill that she has, so you probably want to use that the most out of all of your skills. Oh man. I hope our bomb doesn't lose all the health. It's almost halfway there. We may also use our gravedigger as well. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I don't think it really matters what kind of elemental husk we get, because our pulverizer does energy damage. So it's going to be effective against all elemental types. Got the pulverizer from the Survive the Storm event. And speaking of Survive the Storm, we should be getting a new Survive the Storm event here in the next week or two. I believe it's called Into the Storm this time. We got a new map with it. I'm not sure if we're going to get like a new weapon set. We may end up getting the hydraulic weapons again. I'm not sure. But if we do, you'll be able to get this pulverizer from those event llamas. We're doing pretty good at the moment. We started off kind of slow. They were doing a lot of damage, but we're doing alright at the moment. And we only have 1 day left, so we're going to have to build quickly and start this last defense quickly, because I want that speed run bonus. I'm also going to show how much XP we get at the end. because they increase the rewards for missions, especially in Candy Valley and Twine Peaks. And we're in Twine Peaks at the moment.
Can't.
So I'm gonna try to max out our combat,
Bomb is taking damage.
max out our crafting and utilities. I'm gonna try to max everything out and get the best reward possible. We may also use a defender too. I'm not sure yet. Uh-oh.
Can't do nothing. Nothing.
Let's go lay down our plasma grenade. Our plasma pulse. There we go. I think we're good though. So yeah, we just got done escorting the bomb. I'm gonna go ahead and finish building, and then we will defend the launcher. Wait, what? Where did y'all come from?
Here they shall.
Let's go use our plasma grenade on these husks right here.
Die, weirdies.
The radius is really good, and obviously it has a short cooldown and it does more damage. Definitely her best ability. And that's the main one you want to try focusing on. Make sure you use that as often as possible. Again, make sure you go to your base and collect your materials every so often. Alright, well I think we're just about ready. There's only two ways they can come up here and attack our launcher. One is from this ramp over here, and they do spawn out in that direction. Another way they can come up here and attack our launcher is from this ramp over here. And they can come from this direction as well. I believe they spawn out here, yep. So that's how we defended our launcher. Now the last thing we're going to do before we get started is I'm going to put my base down near our tunnel. Because again, when you're standing on your base, you run faster and you also do more damage with your melee weapon. And if we need to, we'll move it on the other side if we need to move it over there. But now we run faster and we also do more crit hit damage with our melee weapon when we're on our base. So that's why we're putting it here instead of on the actual launcher. If we need to move it, we will, but as you see, we're close to the build limit, and again, I do want to try to complete this as fast as possible so we can get that speed run bonus. So yeah, let's go ahead and start it, and let's try to defend it. I didn't put down any defenders. I don't believe we'll need it anyway, so we should be alright. Anyways, let's go. First thing we're going to do is lay down our plasma pulse. Again, you want to use that as often as possible. As soon as the cooldown resets, just go ahead and keep using it again, because it does a lot more damage than most constructors' plasma pulse. Alright, so we got a taker we need to watch out for. Fear the bunny tail. They're not ready for the bunny tail, people. Oh, actually, we should probably, let's go ahead and put our base over here. So that way we can run faster and do more damage. Let's just go ahead and put our base over here, because it looks like most of the husks are coming in this direction anyways. So now we should be doing more damage. I wasn't keeping track of the numbers at first, but we should be doing more damage right now. And this is like all we have to do right here is just defend. Oh, there's a mini boss. Uh-oh. We may have to use our rocket launcher, people. Which way is he going? Alright, let's go ahead and use our plasma pulse.
Can't do nothing.
Oh man, we may have to use our rocket launcher, man. Let's see his
Go away.
modifiers. Tank, vampiric, fire, corrosive. Oh man, we are not doing any damage right now. And I don't think we can let him hit us. If he hits us, I think he gets some of his health back. Let's go ahead and lay another plasma pulse. Hopefully that helps do damage. He's not even halfway. Oh my goodness. We may have to pull out the rocket launcher, people. Oh man. We may have to pull it out. Alright, let's see how much damage we do. Oh man, he is not losing any health. Oh, this is not good, people. This is not good. Wait, how do we fire? Do we need fire weapons? Oh, this is barely doing any damage, people. A good thing is the husks aren't even getting close. They are starting to come on the other side now, though.
You serious?
And we trapped them in here. That's not good. Where is he at? He keeps disappearing. Oh my, where is he going? Do y'all see this? He's disappearing right now. We almost got him halfway. That's good. So I'm wondering if fire damage actually does more damage. It looked like it does. Because he's starting to lose health now. So that's good. Let's go ahead and use our plasma again.
It's on.
And it's a good thing we laid down our traps and did what we did, because we're having to focus a lot of our attention on this mini boss. This is actually the highest level mini boss that I've killed solo, or at least I'm assuming we're gonna kill him. I'm gonna go ahead and use the bull rush one time. Let's see if we can get him with the bull rush. Good to knock him off of walls. Oh, you see how far it launched him? Oh, that was nice. That was nice, people.
Here it comes.
I noticed that happens a lot when you do bull rush and you run into like a wall or something. Oh, we need to kill him. We need to finish killing him. Like, yeah, if you do your bull rush and then run into a wall before you finish your bull rush, a lot of times it'll launch the husk like we just did right there. But yeah, the time's running out. I think we did it.
Can't.
Let me know what y'all think about ㄇ in the comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the rewards we got from this one, because I want to show the improved reward rates. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the rewards real quick. But yeah, there's our final team score right there, or solo score. I don't know if I go as far as to say she's one of the best constructors, but I think she's pretty decent. Her plasma pulse is really strong, and she also has a couple of good perks when it comes to her base. But as you can see, we got the level 6 chest, which is good. The only thing I wish she had is the decoy ability. That's one of my favorite constructor abilities. But everything else is pretty good. And as for the rewards, we got over 22,000 survivor XP. And we also get some pure drops of rain. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about ㄇ in the comments below. I hope y'all found the video useful, and thanks for watching.